PC to work on and to discuss through with you guys, to help you guys hopefully get it yourself. And what you got to do is you got to put on main power, come back to the spawn, make sure you interact with Ravenov there, and once you have interacted with Ravenov, make sure that you head back to the teleporter area to talk to Peck, and we can be doing multiple things at once to get this Easter egg done, because you need the Reiki golden wonder weapon within the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to split off and do a few things at once. So we're going to basically interact with Dr. Peck. He's going to tell us basically to go away. He's not helping us. He won't help us at all. So we're going to talk to him. He's right here in this corner. Interact with him. Then we'll have to go back to Ravenov to get his key card and get some truth serum and stuff like that. But that's all later on. We don't need to worry about that just right now. Get that Easter egg quest started. Make sure that you run back to where I'm running to now to go and get yourself the weapon blueprints for the Reiki. You want to be doing all these things at the same time if you preferably can. Get this blueprints right here, then go back from this area, go over to this way where I'm going, where we just talked to Dr. Peck right there. We want to basically head over this way to pick up Kukli's Eye, who has the key in it, and then we want to return back there, use the key, use the eye in the scanner, and then we'll be able to get his key, and we'll be able to unlock a locker room to get a mimic to spawn, which will have the barrel for us to be able to craft the required part. So we'll take this guy's eye, and then that'll be that part done. Try and get as many things done all in once as possible, so you can get this guy done super easy, super quick, because you're basically going to be doing all these things at one time anyway when you play the game anyway, once you get used to doing the Easter egg and you've done it a few times for yourself. Also would recommend just to basically, this might not be too uninterrupted video because it might be just pretty straightforward. So like I said, you're going to take this eye all the way back to where we started from with the weapon blueprint right there. We're going to make our way right back there now. We're going to grab some ammo along the way just so that we don't, get caught out by any zombies that are going to be coming at us. And try and keep zombies alive if you can, preferably. Make sure we use his eye. We'll get the key from it. Take the key from out of there. It'll come out of the locker, out the bottom of the drawer right there. So just keep an eye out for when that comes out. And then we can take the key from him, use the key card to open up the lockers. There's 3 lockers in one, 6 lockers in the other, it's 9 in total. There's 3 mimics that will spawn. One of those mimics will have the required barrel part. You don't know which one it's going to be. You could be lucky and get it on your first try. You could be lucky and get it on your second try maybe, but it's not really guaranteed really anyways what side you get it on. You'll know when you'll get it because you'll hear a mimic's cry basically, or whatever you want to say. They make quite a weird noise. Kind of sounds like an actual locker door opening, if you ask me. It actually kind of sounds a little bit like that. So that's all those locker doors open, as you can see right now. Mimic's right here, right behind us, so we're going to shoot and kill this mimic. And it has the barrel part for us, luckily enough, so you don't need no longer look for any more barrel parts now you've found the required parts. So don't worry too much about that now. You can move on from those steps. You can leave a zombie as well to look at the dartboard part. Actually, this dartboard part is one of the most annoying Easter eggs, so I recommend you do it as quickly as you can basically. And what's going to happen basically here is you're going to have this spinning little dartboard, the Easter egg thing, what you're going to shoot, and it'll drop and it'll stop for a little while, as you'll see in the gameplay right here. I'll pause it when it does stop. There you go, that's stopped right there. So that's your first input code, which would be different in every game, so it's not guaranteed what your game's going to be. That's the first input code that you get right here. You want to kill the zombies, then it's probably mixed. You want to basically, it does stop like 3 times, so that's the 3rd time right there, so we know it's on the 3rd one. So you're going to have to retry it again because the zombies battered me on the head and couldn't see where it stopped. So just keep an eye out. Zombies are going to be at you all the time. Just be sure to watch yourself. Stop right there. Stopped right there. Then again, stop there. and it stopped. I think it stopped twice on the one code, I think. So that's once that's done, you basically go back to the dartboard, shoot the individual codes as you've seen them, to make sure that you shoot them in the order that you saw them in. So basically that's how you open up this part. You got to go to the dartboard in the spawn area, which I'll take you guys to in a moment. Dartboard, it should be now dropping what you is the next part required for the Reiki. So of course, if you're up to this part now, you need to now talk to Ravenov, who's going to give you a ID code. So you just let him do that. You just wait for a little while. Don't kill any zombies that you've got. Try not to progress in the round too far. Just wait a little bit until he gives you your ID code, which will give it eventually. He's going to take a little bit of a while to do that, so just be patient. He will eventually drop his keycard through the little slot there, and then we're going to be basically making a true serum dosage so that we can get Dr. Peck to basically talk and tell us all what we need to know about doing the required parts within the next part of the Easter egg. So we're going to wait for him to drop his keycard through. We can take quite a while to get this, so just be patient. Like I said, there you go, first part is here. We don't go anywhere, just go straight through here. The first part is right here, so swipe it, use your interact button, basically pick up the part in there. It's because zombies kind of doing my head in a little bit, making life a little bit hard for me, but that's okay. Alright, pick up the first part, then we'll cut out into the next part, the main area barracks in the middle of the map. So we're going there now. As you guys can see, I'm going to try and speed run this thing. I'm basically trying to do it without trying to interrupt too much of what I'm doing. Keep myself on the up and up so I know exactly what I'm doing. Start mixing these compounds, and once you've mixed the compounds, a bunch of hellhounds will spawn, so be sure to be careful of that. So we'll just keep an eye out for that. A bunch of hellhounds will eventually spawn once it's ready. You'll get a bit of a quote from the guys saying watch out, or private butterfingers over here is what he just said, you know what I mean? So there we go, that's that done. So now we'll get these hellhounds spawning in, and they're right here. Just be careful, these hellhounds explode, so keep your distance a little bit from them. That's the hellhounds taken care of. Just try and keep, like I said, any zombies that you have alive. Zombie dogs over here. Just remember to take your compounds that you've mixed, put them in this, and then make sure you pick it up. And then what you want to do with this, because I know I've seen a lot of YouTubers who haven't been putting this in, where I actually take it. You can kind of see it, but it's not really helpful. So what you guys want to do is you want to be taking it up this way to the ventilating system right up here. And then once you get it into the ventilating system, that's that part done, and he'll start telling you about where to go next from here. So we want to return back to Dr. Peck, and basically eventually you'll start dancing and doing weird stuff. Eventually you'll be able to interrupt him when he's singing and dancing to be able to get to the next part, so we'll get to that bit in a moment. Just a little quick side note, while you guys are doing this, you guys can come over here and pick up the shovel that's required for the next couple of steps later on in the game, but you don't quite need it right now, but we can get that part done. That's finished. You can now head your way over to the data center. If it's still kind of blabbing on about the whole thing to do with the portal right now, but that's okay, we can make our way there. He's only going to direct us there now. Anyways, and this is the pain in the ass part for most people who seem to be struggling with this, so don't worry about it. I'm going to try my best to actually guide you guys through this one, and it's not as easy as it looks, but I think I've made it an easier than maybe most people may be making this, so I'm just going to pick myself up speed caller along the way. So we're going to unlock this little thing. We've got these kind of like what people are calling Pokeballs, the little essence traps that we're going to be trapping 3 mimics in to find what ones we need for the right place. So we're going to be looking around the maps in a few specific areas for mimics, and you'll see that they'll be in specific areas blending in as, like, you know, bits of, like, you know, sentry guns, whatever it may be. So they've already spawned. As soon as you pick those up, they've already spawned. So just come looking around where you want to be looking around. Like I said, they can spawn in this area where I'm in right now. So this is one potential area they can be, and I can see they're not there right now. You'll see them, you can't mistake them. They're basically on the floor, blending in as bits. Yeah, there they are, right there. As you can see, so they're blending in as bits. This is the area that we need to be right now. One of these will be the mimic. What you guys want to do is you want to bring it down to low enough health, which, like, really low health, basically. and then try and trap it. So if it's not successful, don't worry about it, we can just keep doing this. If this is the right one, all good, that's great, but if it's not, we just keep coming back here basically and repeating the step over and over again till you get the right one. It doesn't matter where you capture the mimic, because I know a lot of people say you have to capture it in the captain's quarters or you have to capture it here or there. That's not actually the truth. You just capture it wherever, just so long as you capture it. So you'll know it's the right one. You're looking for either Solikov, Brahms or Zabine. So this one was Brahms, so we know that this area is done now. Unfortunately, we skipped the round, so we don't know if we need to skip around to round 10 now, unfortunately, in my gameplay. But if it is in your gameplay and you didn't skip around, you can continue your hunt for the next mimic, which we'll pick up on next. We're on to the second mimic now, basically. I've basically made a few mistakes, basically, so far. Myself, actually, in not being able to capture the second mimic, but it's been a little bit of a struggle for me to find my mimic in this game, because I've accidentally killed one of them already, so unfortunately, yeah, that can happen sometimes, so just be careful that you don't go too overboard and shoot them too much, and eventually you will kill them, because they're a little bit weaker than they look sometimes, especially if you've got upgraded weapons. But with that being said, we're just basically looking now for the second mimic. As I said, you got to look around the map, and eventually you will find where they're camping out at, and it will be on the map eventually. If you've killed one accidentally, like I said, like I did, you just got to re-look for them again, and they will eventually pop up. It's like I said, it is a bit of a pain in the neck, this part, and I don't think anyone's really understanding exactly how to get this done super quickly and efficiently, because it really is quite a challenging feat to do. I'm just basically making sure that I'm checking everything. If you guys can't find any in the main areas, then don't worry about it, because it's gone back to the spawn. That's why that you won't be finding them wherever that you're looking at. As you can see right now in my gameplay here particularly, I'm not finding any mimics. That's because they've probably spawned over there. So just make sure that you've got all of the bases checked, because I believe that they can spawn in just about anywhere. I don't think there's really a specific place that they get locked off to. So just make sure you've covered all your angles, covered all the basics, and make sure you've looked absolutely everywhere for them. If they're not in the obvious areas like here, then they're going to be at the spawn, and they will be up there at the spawn. So we're going to return back to the spawn. It's the only place they can be right now. So we're going to return back to spawn. As you can see, they're right here. There's our mimic. Remember not to kill it like I did before. You want to capture it. Just don't shoot it too many times. Just be careful with it. It's a very tricky thing to do, because sometimes your basic instincts are to kill things like this, of course. So you're just going to keep trying. So if this is not the correct one, like I mentioned before, don't worry about it, just come back here. You know where they are now, so just come back here and capture another one. Doesn't matter where you capture it there. Doesn't have to be caught in the scientist labs. Doesn't have to. If working all correctly out, should be the correct person. Like I said, you're looking for Solikov, Brahms and Zabine, just to recap. So we'll see who we got. We got Sokolov. So now that you've got Sokolov and the second one down, if you're at this stage, then just move on to the third one. We have to then get to the end of this round, because nothing will spawn now. So we have to end this round now, and then move to the next round from here. Is here. So we're just basically capturing this mimic any moment now. Okay, I'm gonna capture our mimic right here. It was quite a while to find him, so we caught him now. You're gonna take this mimic back to the station and have him basically read. If all is successful, you should hopefully have the final mimic that you require with this one. Hopefully, I don't know, because there's still other mimics in the map, so just make sure that you're looking for Salikov, Zabine and of course Brahms, and that is the final one. So that's that part done. We'll do the next part in a moment once we get to the end of this round, so we'll cut out the gameplay for now. Final mimic, we're on to the last step, which is to download the contents to a floppy disk. So we return back to the machine, a code should be spot out for us right here. Then you want to return back to the mainframe where Dr. Peck is hanging out, and we're going to be putting this into there, and that's basically the next step that we're at right now. So we'll make sure that you guys are still following along with us. Hopefully, like I said, this has been clear and as concise as possible. Like I said, finding the mimics can be quite a task, and doing the mimic step can be quite a task. But like I said, that's it now. We've done that. We want to then do that. Then we've got to go back to the OPC, which will then open up for us. Then we're going to be starting to look around the map basically now for these little canisters that need to be protected. So this is the first area. So we want to basically dig up this area. So once you've basically got the shovels, we'll get to that point, like I said, but we can't do it right now because we have to wait for this part to do. So this is basically what we needed the AK rifle for, which we can't do yet at the moment because we're not on the right round. You need the whatchamacallit for that. You need you need the whatchamacallit for that. The thingies for that. I can't really think of what I call it. Doesn't matter, it's not important anyways. So we're gonna go back to talk to Peck anyways, because he'll tell us about getting the crystals next anyways. I don't know if we have to go do that next bit yet. Going to tell us eventually anyways. We've just got to wait for this thing to return to 100%, and then we've got to talk to Dr. Peck, and then we're going to look for free fuel canisters. Okay, now we can talk to Peck. Okay, so Dr. Peck, we need to stabilize the portals. We want the truth. We got to find crystals. So we're going to have a bunch of crystals now. Once he basically stops talking and blabbering on quite a lot, kind of like what I have to do, in this video to keep you guys on the straight and narrow, otherwise it just gets comfortable. So this guy's going to wander on a bit with a bit of a conversation with you. Once he's finished it, you'll basically tell us, we need some crystals, Ethereum crystals. Okay, so now we've done this. Oh yeah, never mind, you gotta wait for him to give you a code first for a locker room. Sorry, my bad guys, I'm kind of overthinking myself here. Doesn't matter. We've got to go back to this bit here and he'll give you us a passcode so we can find the ether meter, which is also required to find Ethereum crystals kicking around. So code is 762. We don't need to remember it, but that's fine. He will give us that, and then we'll just pick that up from off the floor. Then we've got 3 of these to find, different ones. We need the Reiki for one of them, so we'll get to that one last once we built the Reiki and get to that part. So we're going to now dig up this area. There we go, and it'll be deployed across this area in the map. It'll basically be split. And you're looking for one that doesn't have basically the black swirls in it. You don't want any kind of black swirls in there. It's going to be a little bit tricky because I got the zombie on me, but I think I may have already found the real one, I think. They have like these black swirls in it. You want the one that's just basically pure solid white, basically. It doesn't have anything in it. If you do this correctly, you won't get any mimics to spawn in, and hopefully you'll be on to the next step. So just, as you can see, just make sure that you're looking for the right one. I believe that one is the correct one, as I said. I did think it was, but I just wanted to make doubly sure. Because it's, like I said, that we got to now get, so that's basically one we're going to head towards making now. We're going to head towards Jungle Defense, which this is not Jungle Defense. This one, the next one along, is Jungle Defense. This is the one, Jungle Defense, right here. Gonna have a little lockdown bubble thing that's gonna kind of keep you from going anywhere and doing anything for quite a while. So if you get to this point, like I said, be prepared for this bit because it's gonna take quite a little. So dig it up. I'm gonna protect this for quite a few minutes, 2 minutes maybe at max. So if you're at this stage, like I said, you should hopefully have enough weapons, hopefully by now, to hopefully be able to see you through to defending this thing without any real problems, hopefully, is what I'm hoping. So just make sure you're defending yourself. Don't try and rush too much, just try and keep calm. This bubble will get smaller and smaller gradually as you play through it. So just make sure to keep an eye on that, because that will happen, but just don't overthink yourself. Just keep yourself calm. Like I said, at this stage you want to be just kind of just chilling out, not rushing too much. These dogs are fairly easy to kill, and so is the zombies as well too. It's just mostly when big bosses come, if any bosses do happen to spawn in as well. Case a boss right here. So if you have anything, don't worry about it. Got our boss right here, making life a little bit difficult for us. Gonna be going down, yes, unfortunately. Don't worry about it, that happens. We did the part nonetheless, so we got it. Can't pick it up because it's goddamn freaking still stuck there. It would have been helpful had we had the rake for this bit, but we haven't got it right now because it's not at that part right now. Why won't it let me pick it up for? It won't let me pick it up in a minute, so I'm trying to pick it up, but it won't let me. You want to be shooting the mangler's arm now as well too. We're at that stage now as well that you want to be shooting the mangler's arm when you get the chance, when he's charging up, so that you can kill him easier and also get the next part required for your rake rifle. Just be sure to, like I said, I didn't really want to particularly go down while I was recording this, but it's whatever. I can't do anything about it. Why can't I pick that up? Don't know, it won't let me pick it up for some reason. Alright, don't let me pick it up. I don't know why it's not letting me pick it up, but not letting me pick it up. If you killed the mangler correctly, you should drop the... That's because we didn't defend it. God's sake, dang it. We didn't defend it, apparently. That's super irritating, that, like. God dang it, no. Come on. I got no ammo left. Great. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on now, here, come on. Come on, good lad. There we are. Get ourselves running the circle strategy. Not effective at the moment. Timber monkey. Couldn't have dropped at a better time. Watch out, because that guy's gonna charge. Okay, should be ready to pick up now. I'm not coming all this far to be failing. They're gonna have to try better than that to knock me down. Okay, so now that we've got to that step now, finally, and also pretty much failed it, but at least we're still alive, we gotta now basically make our way to get the third and the final part. That was extremely tough though, and unfortunately we persevered through it. Don't worry, put your power cell in there. It'll eventually juice up after a couple of rounds, so come back to check on that. Yep, didn't want to do that either, but that happened, but they pinned me in. Nothing I could do about it. Okay, so now that we've got this, we got our max ammo as well too. I just noticed this. Max ammo, so... what we want to do now is basically wait for our rake to be powered up so we can get the third and the final part. enough rounds, you should be able to now craft your fully buildable ray kit as well at this point. So we'll get to that part now, and we crafted ourselves the ray kit. So we'll get on to the main few last research steps after this. So what we're going to be doing is taking our ray kit, as you can see here. It's pretty sneaky over here, and it'll disappear away from us. So you just basically got to find where it is and then drop our little bomb on it and then pick it up. So we'll just be looking for where it is. I don't know exactly where it dropped. I think it's hiding out somewhere. I'm not sure where are you little bugger? So you want to drop your little thing on it, then you can pick it up, and then once you've done that, you can then now power up these fuel cells. You want to go to each and every power cell generator and place them in there, and then that'll be that part done. So as you can see, you want to place the crystal into this one, place the crystal into the second one, and place the crystal into the third and final one. And then after that, we'll basically be very close to boss fight ready. Not too much longer after that. I was actually about to pass up on this second one because I forgot it's right there, but I was ready to pass up to the next one. So we're going to get into the next area now after that, and then just going to basically power up the portal again. It's going to disappear again because he's tricked us basically, and then after that he's tricked us basically, as I said. So once that's done, we get to the OPC. He's basically tricked us, basically, as I said. So, you know, unfortunately for us, we've been tricked. We've been bamboozled. So now we got to do it all over again, basically. And we basically got to do some other stuff now to basically get to the next part. So we got to do a power what's it now we gotta do? I forgot now. Oh yeah, the line on the satellite dish, that's right. I'm gonna pack a punch me gun. Alright, so there'll be a bit of a wait until they start talking to you again. Then you can align the dishes, but don't have to do anything at the moment. Don't kill any zombies that you have, either. Getting myself a war machine ready to go. I can kill these two though. I'm gonna basically just wait for these guys to talk now. Basically, then we're gonna play a satellite mini game where we gotta look for the question mark and then direct it to there. So we're gonna chuck this away. Gonna choose the satellite now. Hopefully, we find it. Totally ignored our decoy. Mate, I told you to go down there. I told you to go down there, not over here. Why did he come over here for? No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. There. Okay, Graf. Leave me alone. Okay. You're going to take probably a fair bit of hits, like I said, during this part. And that's it now, we've finished that part. Now we can now fire the laser beams over there and get ready for the boss fight. That's it now, we're basically done for this bit. for the boss fight, so make sure you're ready for this bit once you get to this bit. Don't just rush it. And this is going to be quite the hard defense. It isn't going to be easy, so I'm going to forewarn everyone on that bit. There's no skipping this part either, so just wait for all of it to play out. We'll get to the end of it, and once we're at the end of it, we'll be into the boss fight. Which, as I said, most of the time you're going to be worrying about mini bosses and zombies more than you will the actual boss. But don't go underneath it, because you will get just instantly down. Okay, we're just going to have to wait, like I said, for this little bit to play out. I've tried my best to make this as clear and concise as hopefully I could have. Alright, now we're not quite there yet, we're almost there though soon now. We're going to be basically facing off against the Elder God Order. As you can see, he's about to enter the screen right now, and this is our final boss fight, so I hope you guys, like I said, are ready for this. It's going to take quite a lot of killing, I can tell you that, but once we get to the end of it, hopefully you'll be done. Hopefully, I hope so. Just keep firing at Order. Whatever you do, just keep firing at him. Just make sure you're also firing at any zombies that are popping up as well. I heard a mimic spawning as well. Just fire at everything, anything and anything that moves. Okay, we got Ring of Fire again. We can Ring of Fire again. Just put every single thing you've got into the boss fight. If you get zombies spawning in, just direct your way against those zombies, because like I said, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Unfortunately, we've been backed up into the corner by the mimic. Just keep putting fire in on Order. We almost got him down. That's it. Everything. That's it. That's the beast down, and that is the Easter egg for Firebase C. Unfortunately, we went down midway through this one, but I'm gonna take that on the chin. I mean, that happens, I suppose. At least we didn't fail the Easter egg, and the guide is complete. So I hope this guide was easy enough for you guys to follow, and thank you all as always for watching.